thank you for joining me again. I'm Alexandria. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist as well as a registered yoga teacher, and I'm here to guide you through some mindful movement today. So in this particular practice, we are going to be embracing the energy of spring and finding some expansion and openness within our own bodies and hopefully the mind as well. We are going to see if we can mirror what spring is doing around us, just as the flowers are opening up and the trees are starting to fill up with the leaves opening fully. We are going to see if we can do the same within our bodies, creating that sensation to allow us to be more open as well as ready as spring is finally in full bloom. We've been waiting quite a long time through a very cold and long, dark winter, as well as with a lot of the rainy days. And so it's finally time for us to open and get on out there to enjoy the spring and the warmer days ahead. So this practice itself will actually be quite gentle. It's just a nice way of creating a sensation of openness in the body without us having to do anything too intense. So it's something you could practice very simply at home and hopefully as accessible as it can be for just about everybody. Amazing. So we are going to get started in a seat, and the whole practice will actually be seated. So if you'd prefer to be in a chair, something solid, but sitting up into a chair, please find yourself in that seat. Otherwise, I'm going to move myself back here with my bottom directly on the ground beneath me, and I'll have my legs crossed for the whole practice today. But if you'd like to be propped up on some sort of support, like a bolster or a stack of pillows or a block, feel welcome to do that as well. If you prefer to have your feet out a little bit because cross-legged is not comfortable for you, you can bring the bottoms of your feet together just like this, with your feet quite a bit ahead. I would say almost like a foot ahead of you, with your knees bent and a nice opening within the legs as well. Or if you'd prefer, you can also keep your legs right out in front of you if that is feeling better for you. So you go ahead and find yourself in the position that is going to be most comfortable for you today. Getting yourself settled in. Now, if you'd like, I invite you to gently close your eyes. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, I ask you to just have them softly gazing at a point in front of you so that you can still be presently engaged with the practice itself and within your body. And we're first going to start to orient ourselves to the room around us, but in a more internal way, with a more internal perspective, because our eyes are closed or at least softly gazed in front of us. So see if you can notice the room around you, the noises, perhaps the temperature of the room as it touches your skin, as you feel your skin in the room. Maybe you notice some light shining through your eyelids if they're closed, or if your eyes are open, perhaps you feel and sense the light shining through as well. You might notice the texture of the clothes underneath your hands, wherever they might be resting, feeling your seats sturdy and steady, and the surface beneath you. And then slowly drawing your attention towards your physical body, noticing how your body feels here in this space, in this moment. Your feet on the ground, other parts of your body touching the surface beneath you, whether that's a chair or the floor or a bolster. Seeing if you can sit up just a little bit taller but also softening your shoulders down. See if you can reach your head, the top of your head, a little bit closer towards the ceiling above you. Noticing how your whole body feels here. And then slowly turning even more inwards now towards your breath. Noticing your breath, your natural state of breathing. Not changing anything just yet. Noticing the sensations in your body. How your body fills with air as you inhale through your nose. And what happens to your body as you empty all of the air out, also through your nose. Being curious, being observant of your body. As you breathe, and noticing other sensations, other parts of your body as we move through this practice. So we'll shift into our diaphragmatic low belly breathing. So first I invite you to take a nice deep belly breath. Inhaling through the nose, filling up the belly, and then exhaling everything out through the mouth, emptying everything out. Doing that one more time, filling the body up with air through the nose, and then exiting everything out through the mouth, emptying out all of the air. Now on your next inhale, allow the breath to travel down directly into your diaphragm, this low belly area just before your rib cage, under your rib cage, above your belly button. Letting the air fill up here and then traveling into your lungs and opening up the chest. All through the nose, and then as you exhale, the same thing, exiting out the air through your nose, but allowing the chest to first empty and then the diaphragm. A few more times of inhaling through the nose, filling up the diaphragm, letting the air travel into the lungs and the chest, and then emptying everything out, exhaling through the nose, emptying the chest and then the lungs. A few more times on your own, inhaling, filling up the diaphragm, the low belly, and then the chest and the lungs, and then exiting, emptying everything out. Inhaling through the nose, filling the low belly, and then the chest and lungs. And then emptying everything out, breathing out through the nose, letting the chest empty, soften, and then the diaphragm, low belly. And then from here, continuing the diaphragmatic breathing, as you inhale through the nose, starting with the belly, but then allowing the breath to really fill up the lungs and the chest fully. And then exiting everything out through the nose again, emptying everything out. But really exaggerating a bit as you fill in the air first through the diaphragm and then allowing the chest to expand, to open. Seeing if you can even notice the air fill up other parts of your body. Really trying to create a sensation of filling, of expansion, and of openness in your body as you inhale. And then exiting, emptying all the air out of your body through the nose. And seeing what happens to the body as it softens. So doing a few more rounds of this, really filling up the body with the air that you're taking in through the nose. See if you notice any sensations in your body as you expand, as you fill, opening, and then emptying everything out, releasing all of the air. Filling up another time, first through the diaphragm and then allowing the chest to open, the lungs to fill, the body to expand in all directions. And then emptying again, releasing again. And after this last exhale, coming back to your natural state of breathing. And checking in with your body here and seeing how you feel. I almost notice like a slight tingling sensation in my lungs and in my chest. Like this feeling of wanting to open up even more now. So we're going to do just that with our movement. So if you'd like, you can open your eyes if they're closed. If you prefer to keep them closed, you can just listen to my directions, or if you like to check in a little bit with an eye poked open and then closing your eyes again as you move through the movements. Do what feels best for you. Okay, so from here, bring your hands, the palms of your hands to your knees. Keeping your arms loose though. Okay. And we're going to start to create some nice circles in the torso. As we breathe in, we come forward and open the chest up, trying to bring our shoulders back. And as we exhale again out through the nose, we round the back a little bit, the shoulders, emptying out air. Breathing in, filling up with air, expanding the chest. And then emptying out as we come back and release. So allowing this to flow a little bit more, feel a little bit more natural as you exhale on the way back. Inhaling as you're forward and opening the chest. If you'd like, you can even exaggerate a little bit more as you come forward, and then as you move backward, really emptying out. A few more times in this direction. Okay, then coming to your neutral position, and then changing direction. So again, the shoulder comes forward, you open up your chest as you breathe in, and then coming backward, emptying out, softening, closing in, and then again, opening up the chest as you come forward, breathing in fully, and then as you move backwards, starting to cave the shoulders forward, emptying out the breath, softening a little bit. Doing this a few more times, opening up, exaggerating as you move forward, opening the chest, and then as you move backward, letting everything release. Letting it flow a little bit more. Okay, coming back to neutral position. And then from here, again with the palms on the knees, gently, keeping a light grip on the knees just to hold as support. Again, arms loose. See if we can make ourselves just a little bit taller, feeling a little bit more connected and grounded to the surface beneath us. And then making our spines a little bit taller, seeing if we can make the crown of our head, the top of our head, reach a little bit closer towards the space, the ceiling above us. So from here, we're going to practice a little bit more expanding, opening, and then softening, closing. So as you inhale, opening up the chest, bringing the shoulders back, the shoulder blades come closer behind your back. And then as you exhale, softening in, closing in, caving in, exhaling out through the nose. So inhaling, opening up, and exhaling, coming forward, rounding. You might even tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhaling through the nose. You might bring your head just back a little bit, not too much where you're crunching the back of your neck. Opening, and then closing, exhaling, rounding your back. Do that a few more times on your own. Okay. Then coming back to our neutral position again. And then from here, we're going to do some side stretches. So we're going to open up the sides of our bodies. So take your left hand and place it to the side, the surface beneath you at your left side. If you are seated in a chair, you can either place your left hand on your left leg or take a light hold of the chair on the left side. So placing your left hand wherever is best for you in this position that you're in. We're going to slowly bring the arm up, the right arm up, and then start to bend towards the left side. You might open and close a few times. I like to open and expand just a few times to let myself get settled in. Allowing the movement to be fluid, seeing if you can create some space between the shoulder and the neck and the ears, creating nice space, not too crunched up. So we want to bring the shoulder, drop the shoulder down away from the ear. I like to roll my wrists a little bit too. And imagine as you fill in with air, you're expanding, filling your whole body with air, with more space, getting a little bit more length in the body in your right side as you breathe in, and as you exhale, softening a little bit. But every time you breathe in, allowing the body to expand and fill and lengthen, open up just a little bit more, and then softening as you exhale. Okay, bringing the right arm back to your right knee, your left hand to your left knee, and then from here taking the right hand now and placing it to the side of your right body. Slowly bringing the left arm up, breathing in, and as you exhale, starting to bend over towards the right side of your body. Again, breathing in to open a little bit, exhaling to bend over, just to open up a little bit more before you settle into the full pose. And then remembering as you inhale, seeing if you can create that sensation of openness, of lengthening, of filling up the body, and then softening as you exhale. Creating space between the ears, the neck, the shoulder, moving your wrists if you'd like. Opening up the chest, breathing in, fully filling the body with air, and then softening as you exhale. Few more rounds of breath, inhaling, really creating more space and expansion in the left side of your body, and then softening over. Okay, and then bringing the left hand back to the left knee, the right hand joins the right knee, and taking a brief moment just to check in. See how you feel. Okay. Now from here, we're going to actually bring the arms up. You can either keep them at a 90-degree angle like this, or you can keep them a little bit more softer, a little bit more open, expanded like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to create more opening up. So we'll bring the arms, trying to create the sensation of the shoulder blades trying to touch each other as you expand, as if you're a bird trying to fly, or imagine you are getting ready to embrace a loving hug coming your way. You open up and then you come forward and you embrace the hug, or you are still in motion as if you are expanding your wings and flying. I will move to this my side so you can see. So breathing in, expanding the lungs, expanding the chest forward and open, the shoulder blades coming together in the back. And then as you soften, exhaling, you round the back body, the shoulders come forward, always creating length in the neck, pulling away the shoulders from the ears, exhaling as you come forward, and really inhaling, filling up the body, noticing if you can create more space, more length, more opening, and then coming forward again and doing this a few more times on your own. See if you can make it a little bit more fluid. Breathing in one last time, opening up, and then exhaling everything out. And then again, coming back to our neutral position, hands back at the knees. Okay. And then from here, again, taking the left hand and bringing it to your left side. Taking your right hand and actually seeing if you can bring your right shoulder closer to your left side. So a little bit of a twist here. Letting your right hand touch your left knee. And from here, we are going to breathe in and open up on an angle, allowing ourselves to open up more towards the right side of the body, opening our chest towards the ceiling, seeing if you can even create some expansion in the right arm, bringing it a little bit back. And then again, as you exhale, closing, bringing the right hand to the left knee. So inhaling, expanding and opening up towards the right side, towards the ceiling, opening up the right arm, expanding, creating space. And as you exhale, coming back, bringing the right hand back to the left knee. Inhaling, filling up, creating more length, more space in the body to open. Exhaling, coming back, softening to prepare again for the inhale and the opening. Doing this a few more times on your own. See if you can soften the shoulder a little bit. And then bringing your right hand back to your right knee, your left hand to your left knee. And then we will do it on the other side. So taking your right hand, placing it to the right side of you. Your left hand comes to your right knee. And then from here, inhaling and opening up now towards the left on an angle, opening up the chest, opening up the left arm, your left arm. And then exhaling, coming back and softening the body to prepare again for our next inhale. As you expand your left body, the chest opens up towards the ceiling. Your left arm is opening up further towards the back, trying to create some softness in the shoulder too. And again, exhaling, softening, coming down. Letting your breath guide the movement. So as you inhale, opening. And as you exhale, closing and softening. Again, seeing if you can notice that creation of openness, length, expansion, fullness in the body as you inhale, and then a softening as you exhale. Just a few more times here. One more time, opening up, filling up. And then closing. And then from here, bringing the left hand back to the left knee, the right hand back to the right knee. And now for our final position, we are going to do a bit of a more expansive, full opening of the chest. So there are a few variations that we could practice this. So you can either keep your hands on your knees. You could bring your hands behind you like this with your fingers facing forward. If you prefer, you can actually keep your fingers facing to the side or even your fingers facing towards the back, whichever is going to feel best for you. I'm actually noticing that my shoulders and chest seem to open more when I have my fingers pointing towards the back of my space. You can also hug elbows, hold elbows, just like this. Or you can bring your hands to a clasp, hold as if you're holding hands with yourself. Or if you are seated on a chair, you can also just hold the part of the chair that's behind you. So you find what's going to be best for you. I'm going to remain facing the side and turning towards you so that you can see how this is going to look. So whichever arm position you choose, I'll show each variation a little bit. Let's try hands on the ground first, fingers facing backwards. But again, if you'd like to have them pointing to the side or fingers facing forward, whichever is going to be best for you. So taking a nice inhale in, exhaling everything out. And then on your next inhale, see if you can open up the chest, expand open. Bring the chin a little bit up towards the ceiling, but not so much where you're bending your head back and crunching your neck. We want to avoid that. So actually trying to create some connection between your chin and your chest, your sternum here, but allowing the chin to still move up towards the ceiling above you. And see if you can feel the same sensation as if there's a string connected to your chest, pulling you up. And expanding your chest, your lungs, open up towards the space above you. And then softening on the exhale. And opening again on the inhale. And then coming back to neutral for a moment. We're going to practice this a few times. So I will now do with my hands clasped behind me. And bringing my hands to the ground actually, and expanding open with an inhale, exhaling everything out, inhaling everything again, opening the chest up. I need to come forward a little bit more, and exhaling everything out, and then coming back to neutral. This can feel a little bit intense in the chest sometimes. I know for me, I start to feel almost like a tightness in my chest. So I give myself some patience. I come back to neutral for a moment. I place my hands on my chest just to check in, see where we're at, how my heartbeat is, what my breath is like. And then from here, trying one more time. So your variation, however you have your hands, that's feeling best for you. Taking a nice inhale in, releasing everything out, and then on the next inhale, filling up the body, filling up the chest, the lungs, letting the head, the chin move towards the ceiling just as the chest is, breathing in, exhaling, breathing in again, creating space, length, expansion, fullness in the body. And then exhaling everything out again, letting yourself soften just a little bit more. And then one more time, a nice, deep, full belly breath in, then letting it travel in towards the lungs and the chest. Opening, expanding, and then releasing everything out with an exhale. Coming back to neutral. Closing your eyes if you'd like, and checking in with your body. Checking in with your breath. checking in with your body, noticing how you feel, noticing any differences between now, the end of our practice, and the beginning of the practice when we first checked in with ourselves. What sensations do you notice? I notice my heartbeat is actually a little bit faster now. My chest feels a little bit more open, yet also a little bit hesitant. So there's a little bit of tightness too, kind of how spring tends to be. Where there's like this wanting to open up in full bloom, but also like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready yet. So this practice allows us to prepare and open up ourselves a little bit more so that we can feel ready to then head into our days, feeling more open, feeling more connected with ourselves and our body, so that we can move on forward into the world around us. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope you're feeling a little bit more open in your bodies, and perhaps maybe even a little bit more in the mind too. And I look forward to practicing with you again. Take care and see you soon. Bye.